Our next running candidate for Mayor of Toronto to say a few words, and that's Mr. DeWitt Lee. I want to say thank you before we move on. Thank you to everyone for coming up. Thank you to all the artists for making this happen. All right, thank you, Jolie, Lambadina, for giving us a spot to make this work. All right, so Mr. DeWitt Lee.
All right, I appreciate that couple of applauses. And applauses special. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. You know, I would be here most likely whether I was running for mayor or not. All right, that's just the kind of individual I am. That was a nice family experience that happened up there, man. It was good to see that. It really was. It really was. My name is DeWitt Lee. I'm a son of Toronto, a product of the world. I'm speaking to everyone there in the back. Can you hear me back there? We're going to get political for just a few moments. Can you hear me back there?
Stand by the light so they can see right under the
Can you hear me in the back?
Stop right there.
Yeah. Outstanding. Very good. Tomorrow's a very big day. Thank you in the back. Tomorrow's a very big day. Tomorrow, by the end of the evening, there will be an unofficial mayor announced. Now, for those who may not understand the magnitude of this moment, you've been asleep far too long.
Hey.
It's interesting that I'm standing in this spot right now. Before this campaign began, I actually was introduced to this beautiful venue because I was working with a non-for-profit across the street. And I stumbled in here and I thought, you know what? This is a place I like to be during my campaign trail. I like to invite all my friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues here so we can celebrate this run. And lo and behold, the last day of the election campaign, I'm here. So it's a very special moment for me. And I don't know how many of you have ever said you were going to do something and did it. But it feels good.
Hell yeah.
Sure does.
It feels good. This long ride on this campaign trail, which is 24 hours a day, has given me a new direction, a new perception, and a new objection.
Hey.
Now, they talk about change. That's a word that you hear a lot, right? Change, change, change. Well, you don't know what change is until you're experiencing yourself. Then you know why it's so popular. The change that took place in my life will probably never go back to the old way. This time, this season, happens only every 4 years. Every 4 years is the time where you're supposed to stop thinking of yourself and think of others. You see, you can ignore this vote. You can ignore your responsibility to vote. But you are also ignoring your community, which is affected by your vote and lack thereof. It's time that we change the way we operate. It's time that we pay attention to the bigger picture. We are responsible for little children whose lives will be determined by the leaders that are elected into office. Now, since I decided to pick up this race, as you see, I have my Air Maxes on. Now, I normally come with the church shoes. I like to call them church shoes. But I like to wear my sneakers because this is a race. And when you're in a race, you have to act like you're in a race. And you also have to act like you're going to win. That's why for those who have pins and those who have flyers, you'll notice we will win on them. Because we do believe we will. We believe actually we've already won. Now, I've already challenged you to get involved in voting. I've kind of told you a little bit about myself briefly. Just at least my attitude as of right now. But I also want to share just very briefly a bit about what I stand for. All right? There's 3 things you'll find on my website that I stand for. Faith, the forgotten, and the future.
And freedom.
Hey.
Forgot my bad. Sorry.
No, I mean, hey, like, hey.
You gotta say freedom too. You got
I like that. I like that. Hey, listen, freedom. But you know what? We got freedom. There's people that fought for freedom. There's people that died for freedom. But we act like we don't have it. We don't take full advantage of that freedom. You have freedom to go vote. You don't have to fight for that right. It's already been fought for you.
Sure.
So faith. I have faith in God. I serve God. That's why I know I can serve people. But also I have faith in people. And when I walk up and down the streets and I go through these communities, there's people who have people that have let them down.
Every day.
The city has let them down. Instead of going out to find them, to locate them, to resurrect them from where they are, they'll leave them there. They'll create a small program and pacify their addictions and encourage their laziness. Well, that's not the Toronto that I want to run. I believe every single person that calls Toronto home does and will have a responsibility to make Toronto better. But you got to encourage. You got to make people believe in themselves again. The forgotten. I tell you what, there's so many people forgotten in the community. And I talk about the communities. I'll talk about the mothers who had to bury sons and daughters. They're forgotten. They're forgotten because they don't have any peace. They don't have any justice. And they would be satisfied to know that the city has adjusted to prevent more sons and daughters from dying. But you know, they call it crime and they just think it's okay. It's just crime. It's crime. What can you do about it? It's a catastrophe. So the forgotten, those who can't actually ride the TTC because their scooter doesn't fit on elevators, they're forgotten.
Oh, my stroller.
Now I don't want to sadden you out. I know the strollers. I see you. I see them with the strollers. It's not easy. We have to make Toronto more accessible. It's true. We have to make it more accessible. And thirdly, the future. And I tell you what, sitting in this room, I see the future. But you have to grasp the future. You have to pursue the future with vigilance and determination. I believe that Toronto can be the entertainment capital to the world. Who believes that with me?
Hey!
Let me explain what I mean to the world. I mean, the world should watch our movies, they should wear our clothes, and they should listen to our music. This is a world city, and we need to begin influencing the world. I have a very, very well detailed plan on how we can take those steps. The website is www.abettertoronto.ca. I encourage you to visit it. A lot of the things that I stand for are on the leaflets that have been passed around this room. In closing, tomorrow is the big day. If you decide to vote for me, you will have a mayor that you can call at any time. You will have someone that is there that is busy working on making Toronto better. And we are prepared to continue to run if I'm not elected by the majority. This is something that I will not accept defeat in. I want to thank this establishment. I want to thank Cloud9. This band was incredible. This band was incredible, and all you artists, you really inspired me tonight. Thank you for coming out and supporting Cloud9. And if I may, thank you. If I may, quote the national anthem. May God bless Canada, keep our land glorious and free. Peace.